Hi Capricorn, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Ernest Tarot and your monthly tarot reading for the month of January 2025. How amazing! How amazing! How amazing! I saved what do you say? I saved the best for the last. Something like that. Capricorn, you've been on a journey. You have had Pluto in your sign for the past, I don't know, more than a decade, right? And so last month, Pluto went into Aquarius, and you feel suddenly that something was lifted off your shoulders, all right? And you're venturing into new woods. And so here with me, I have the Wildwood Tarot. And so let's see what sort of woods are you venturing into in these coming wild 10 to 20 years. Let us see, dear Capricorn. So what do we have? You have the Three of Stones, creativity, in reverse, coupled with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Now, these two cards tell me that as you enter the month of January, you feel a little bit like a little bit blocked for some reason. Blocked when it comes to, I'm not gonna say blocked per se, like blocked isn't the right word. I think you're stuck on something that you're learning. You know how like sometimes you're reading a book or you're learning a craft, you're learning to do something, you're learning a recipe, you're learning how to build something, stuff like that, right? Anything that requires steps. And so as you're learning and as you're practicing and doing that, sometimes we get to a step and it's like we got stuck there. Like we're not really able to understand how to go from point A to point B. And then we're like, am I missing the instructions? Maybe I'm not understanding how to do this right. Did I assemble something prior to this step not correctly? Should I review back? Stuff like that. And that's normal because Mars is retrograde. And so yeah, you're entering a little bit. You're like at that stage, but this is temporary, right? This is just a little a tiny little rock in the wheel of life here with the wheel that you have. And so this is telling you like this is just a momentary pause that have a reason for why it is happening. And I feel it's like it's asking you to review what you did and see if there was a better way to get there, or if you missed a step, or maybe that you just need a breather before you look and read the instructions with a fresh set of eyes, and then only to discover, oh yeah, oh, how did I not see this before? Probably I was too tired, right? So it's something along those lines. And I like it because as well, you're entering the year with like feeling that as much as on the outside, your circumstances did not completely experience a 180, but on the inside, you feel changed, right? You feel as if you're not the same person. You can't really explain it. It's like you feel an energetic shift and you feel completely different from the person you were for the past 10, 20 years, but you still don't have anything to show for that, right? Like if someone sees you from the outside, they can tell that you seem lighter, you have lighter energy, you're so giddy, what's up? And then you can't just rationalize it for them because it's just a feeling yet, right? You didn't manifest anything out of it yet, but you feel that, you feel renewed on the inside. Okay, nice. By the way, 3 and 1 here equals 4. And I feel like you have something on your mind as well at the beginning of the month. Something that you want to build for yourself. You're just either still stuck on the how, or the what exactly. But like there's something about your building something for yourself that's gonna feel like a new home now that the old proverbial home is gone, all that like old era. And so in this new era, you're contemplating like building a home, building something that makes you feel safe, secure, a career, a talent, I don't know, something like that. Also, I just got a download right now regarding this, and it's that in the old era, in the old 10, 20 decade, you used to do things a certain way that usually gave you results in a certain manner, and some other things that didn't lead to results. And so now that suddenly everything is shifted, right? You're like reviewing what you used to do versus what you want to do right now, because right now like shit, like the everything's flipped inside out. And so maybe I can try again doing that something that never worked out, because now it's a different energy. Will it work? Right? So you're willing to give that a try. And also all of that stuff that I used to do and that usually used to get me a certain result that I like, are now no longer doing that for me. So it's a good time to, steer away from that. And so you're a little bit, like you're navigating all of this change. Let us now take a look at what's going on in your mind. What is Capricorn feeling, and how you're, manifesting all of this on the outside. What is leading your actions there? What do we have? So we have the Five of Arrow, frustration in reverse. I love that. And the Seven of Vessels, mourning in reverse. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Let's take a look at that. So internally, like I said, you feel lighter. You're no longer feeling like frustrated. You're no longer feeling as if, how to explain it? As if the world is conspiring against you. As if no matter what I did, you're set to fail. And that's how somehow you were feeling the past 2 decades. And so now you're no longer feeling that, and you really can't explain it. It's like literally an energetic shift, like I mentioned before. And so naturally, what you're manifesting on your outside energy is that you are no longer mourning something, right? You're no longer grieving. You're just happy and giddy, and you don't know why. Like you just don't, right? You're like, okay, why am I so happy? Do I need to like find out why? Like I just know what I feel. And so yeah. No, I love this. And also like you're really ready to move on from the vestiges of the past. Like you're literally no longer feeling like you want to entertain things that you feel are expired in your head, right? And you just don't feel like doing that anymore. Wow, you're like a completely new person. My God. It's like someone just gave you a new soul. All right. Let's continue. Let's take a look at what happened, right, in those years that we were talking about, and what was sort of like the main big lesson out of them. And so it's the energy that you carry with you, the skill of mastering, but you need to walk away from, and you need to focus on the other energy of this other card, which is gonna, the energy that's you need to embrace, and the challenge and the things that you need to master in this upcoming month of January 2025. Let's see. So first of all, you have the ancestor number 5 in reverse. And I love that, because this is telling me that finally you have been, this is the universe acknowledging that you have for the past X number of years been liberating yourself of the shackles of your past, of your ancestry, of your heritage, of your family, of You're really like, we're healing all this generational trauma and all this generational weight that you have been inherited, right, from your parents and their grandparents and their grandparents and all of that. And it's like you were so ready to start a new lineage of some sort. That's a mix of what you feel is good and you want it to continue, right? You want to keep spreading in the world, and discard everything that wasn't resonating with you from the things that you inherited, but at the same time, creating a mix by keeping the good parts that really feel like they reflect you, right? And infusing them with the new. This is completely breaking free from everything that's old. And so I love that, because this is something that you've done, and you're no longer having to, you know, particularly deal with, at least in the month of January. So let's see what you will be dealing with. And it's the Ace of Stones, the foundation of life. Yeah, and I think like the main challenge of the month of January 2025 is to be able to wake up from all of this, because this is a process, right? This is a process, realizing everything I just told you. And so it's going to take a while to sink, but at the same time, right, you're going to have an opportunity to start something new, to breathe life into a new path of your life, chapter of your life, relationship, project, whatever it is. And I'm feeling more that it has to do with like a career or a job or fulfilling path or something to sustain you or success, something like that. And so the challenge here is to be able to wake up from all of this and not miss an opportunity that is there that will be able to, kickstart the year for you. And so, right? Like, it's a balance between being able to process everything that happened and also enjoying the moment and enjoying that feeling, but at the same time, not missing the opportunity of starting something new, because it's not gonna come late in the year. It's already gonna be dropped in your lap, right? In the month of January, so don't miss it. This is one of many, but like, just don't miss that one, right? This is gonna be big, this is gonna be huge. This has the potential and possibility to change your life. All right. Now, let's see what the advice for you this month is, and what's everything that's surrounding you, people around you, and your circumstances. Let's take a look at that. So what do we have? For your advice, we have the Knight of Vessels, the Eel, and everything that's surrounding you is the pole star in reverse as well. Okay, so as an advice, what I'm feeling is that the fact that you already, right, went through all of this, and that you are where you are right now in your life, and whether you're processing all of that, or whether you're starting something new, or whether whatever it is, I feel that you are in a point of your life in the month of January 2025 where you don't need no more to justify why you do the things you do if people don't get it. Nor sugarcoat things. No, try to carefully wearing like gloves and handling people into delivering them anything or any sort of news. And I feel like you're really direct, you know what you want, and you're going to communicate and deliver that, including your support for other people, or your opinions, or whether you agree on something or not. I think you're going to be very direct. And if you're not, then this is what like the advice is, like, just to be direct and not to cut corners, and to just say your piece, right? Say your piece, and that's it. And I also feel that somehow the advice is also to be immune to what seemed to be bad news for you or not. So, because remember, this is a new age. So your your judgment, your discernment is going to be a little bit off in the beginning before it starts to develop enough experiences from the new age to be able to tell what's right or wrong. So when you receive a news that might feel like, oh, it's a step back, or this is not good, or oh my God, why this happened? This is not gonna make me feel good. You're like, your whole judgment system, you're like, I can no longer judge that from that perspective. So hey, wait, maybe this is something good, right? Down along the lines, down the long, like from now till 10, 20 years, whatever, you're going to become better eventually at, and establish a new system of what's good for you and what's bad for you. But right now, it's going to take you a while. And this is telling you that what might seem jarring or scary or disappointing in terms of like emotional news or fulfillments and stuff like that is not gonna do that for you. And so you feel it's gonna feel like you're immune to all of that, and you should be, right? Try to look at it from a fresh set of eyes. And especially that around you, people as well are going through this major change, because all these signs were affected by this crazy transit, and there's other major transits this year that we will discuss later. All the big planets are like changing signs and stuff like that. But let's focus back on the month of January 2025 by saying that a lot of people as well seem misaligned. So they seem like they are going through a transition. Maybe they don't feel aligned anymore in a certain relationship, job, energy, whatever. And so you feel like everyone's just doing their own cosmic dance, and you gotta allow them to do that, and you gotta respect your own process, right? So it's like your business is your business and my business is my business type of situation. Beautiful. Now, let's talk a little bit about your expectations and the final outcome of where all of this is leading. Let's see. Expectations is the 10 of Stones, home. Beautiful card, I love it. And what is the outcome? 8 of Stones, skill. Yeah. All right. So the expectations is like, for me, it feels like you're ready. Like I said, remember when we were talking about legacy and ancestry and all that, and now you're like starting to create your own. And so this is your expectations. This is what you want, and this is what you're all about. You want to create your own home, your own traditions, your own belief systems, your own habits, your own family, your own security, your own land, your own property, your own inheritance, your own legacy, you name it, right? Of course, this is the picture of a couple engraved in this cave, and what's waiting for them out there, right? The tree of life with the home and all of that. And so you have very, very high hopes, and you feel like, you're very hopeful when it comes to that. I love it. I love that, because like you have a clear vision. Nice. All right. And when it comes to the final outcome of all of this, right, is the 8 of Stones, skill in reverse. And again, and again, like I said, this is a new era. These are going to be new chapters in your life. You're going to take steps and make choices that will put you in new territory, in new terrains. And so naturally, the skills that you acquired, like I mentioned before, right? This is again another confirmation. We saw all of that. So the skills that you knew won't apply anymore. Whether they're obsolete, whether they're redundant, whether they don't go with the new chapter, whatever it is, doesn't mean like they don't, you should regret them, doesn't mean they will no longer have a function in your life. But for now, they need to be, put in a box, up in the closet, and you gonna be open to learning new skills that will go along this new chapter of yours. So it's all about acquiring new skills, and feeling passionate, because like when we're starting something, we're very, very excited because we're learning. We're at the beginning of the learning curve, and that's the most exciting part. And I love that for you. Before we end this reading, we're going to take a look at the cliffhanger card, which will show the transition of the energy from the month of January till the month of February. Let's see, it's just one card just to get a sneak peek of what is later on coming towards Capricorn. All right, let's see. What do we have? We have, sorry, the Seven of Arrows, insecurity in reverse, and I love that. Yeah. Long gone are the days where Capricorn is feeling insecure about their achievements, insecure in the world, and feeling like, they're not in control of their lives, or where they're like set to fail, or where like life is just clouding their vision. And this is no longer the case. You are feeling, well, like moving into the month of February, energies and themes and stuff that are related to security are going to dominate. And for that, I love this a lot. All right. I love you so much, dear Capricorn.